With the holidays rolling in, it's a perfect time to talk about how gratitude can actually make you healthier. Dr. David Rzutko, Vice President of Medical and Clinical Operations at Priority Health, is here to share some ideas and resources on how to get started. Thank you so much for being here with us.
My pleasure.
So let's just start with the basics. What does it really mean to practice gratitude?
Yeah, so gratitude, simply stated, is just being very intentional and aware of the good things that are around us and the good things in our life, right? Because there's biochemical basis behind why that can be a benefit from a medical standpoint.
Yeah, so how does gratitude actually impact our health? What's happening inside us when we're thankful?
Yes, so giving and receiving and being thankful and being mindful and practicing gratitude about the good things around actually can change the neurochemicals, the neurotransmitters deep within our brain. So the feel-good centers, when we're practicing gratefulness and gratitude, we're really engaging what's called a limbic system, or the feel-good centers of the body, the prefrontal cortex. And those are the things that are controlling the dopamine levels, the serotonin levels, the feel-good hormones in the body. So we're raising those and elevating those. And we're also mitigating the stress response in the body. So things like cortisol are lowering. And so we find this sense of calm or sense of wellness when we are engaging in gratitude practice.
And that would help us get better rest.
Would help us get better rest. It improves our blood pressure. It improves cardiovascular health. So a whole host of things as a result.
For someone who's just getting started, what are some easy ways to build a gratitude habit?
Yeah, so, and this is where it gets a little bit nuanced. So when we think about gratitude, we think about being intentional, about noticing the good things in my life, but it's not that simplistic. So it's easy to do maybe like a gratitude journal, right? That's what everybody goes to and says, I'm grateful for, I've got a great family, or I've got, had a great cup of coffee today, or I didn't get a flat tire on the way over. But really, to get those healthful benefits of gratitude, we need to be present and giving, and more importantly, receiving gratitude from others. That's where it gets complex. You say, well, I can go home and do journaling, but how do I become available to receive gratitude? Like, I can't just walk around saying, give me gratitude, right? Or reassure or trust. And this is where, from a societal standpoint, we start thinking about, how do I make myself open? We always kind of talk about folks that may approach a situation and they're fairly closed, right? Or they're maybe negative and they're frankly sometimes aggressive or contrarian. And we know how that makes people around them feel. And so if we're open to the concept of gratitude and we sort of reserve our judgment and sort of put that aside and engage folks in dialogue, not discussions, reserving our judgment, it invites this sense of community, and it makes it available for people to share and have a trusting relationship, to offer gratitude, to say thank you.
Right. And
so it's that active process of receiving gratitude and giving gratitude and being party to that really we get the healthful benefits from it.
Dr. Rzutko, someone may be watching though right now and they're going through a rough time, they're struggling, right? And they're thinking, how can I be grateful right now?
Right, a lot of adversity in life. And so you say, where do you find that silver lining? And so this again is where that mindset comes from. So we all can, or we all will have adversity in our life, but it's really how we're approaching that and saying, what can I take from this that I can learn or that I can grow? And so with gratitude comes that sense of resilience. And also sometimes to challenge ourselves. We see this in the pediatric population a lot when we have children who are fearful of the next test. Well, maybe instead of approach that test as an opportunity to share what I know and use it as an opportunity to grow, and be thankful for the opportunity to do that. And so it's that sense to really, how are we perceiving the world around us, that can really make the difference in terms of healthful or, stifling.
Yeah, very good. Anything else that you want to share?
Yeah, so again, these are concepts that can affect our own person, but think about how we're changing communities around us and changing society. So, Amber, thank you for being so inviting when I came into the studio today. Think about how those little things can really change the community around us. It can be very powerful. We can change, one person can change the world.
Absolutely, and here at Wood TV 8, we're grateful for you, that you come in all the time and talk about these important topics.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure.